Ruby's waiting. You're slowing up production. Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Right at the door.
Okay. Come on, bud. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Stripey. Let's go. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I know. It's not that cold out here. Let's go. He saunters in the morning. He doesn't wake up any faster than me. Morris and Marty. And Tux is over here. I don't want to get him to come out too early by making a fuss over him, though. Don's pulling Ruby out. I'm running a little behind today. We were out of cream, and I had to try to come up with some coffee, something I could drink. I used coconut milk, and sadly, no coconut flavor. I just used a cream off the top. Dentist appointment today. Oh, the joy. It should just be a cleaning. But still, who likes going to the dentist? Good morning, Gray. Good morning, Panther. You putting the final touches on Ruby?
Yeah.
She sure does look better this morning. Shiny car, I love it.
Yeah. I got just this little bit more in here so you can get in the door.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate a guy that keeps my car looking good. It's 40 out there, going up to 70 something today. It's going to be another beautiful spring-like day here. Can't wait. Next to the pickup truck's a state trooper. Haven't seen one on this road traveling with us in the morning in a long time. At least he doesn't seem to be holding up traffic. Yesterday at all of the sheets that I pass on 401, gas was $3.59 a gallon. Obviously up from where it was, let's just say 4 months ago. But I was reading yesterday afternoon that the international organization that coordinates releasing some of the strategic reserves was going to release, I believe it was 60 million gallons, something like that. Anyway, I did not realize there was an organization that coordinated it among member nations. Apparently, the United States, China, and Japan have the biggest reserves and are all a part of this organization. And so half of this release is to come from the U.S. and the other half is to come from the other member nations, I guess. I just thought it was interesting. Every time any of the presidents has ever released any of the strategic reserves, I thought it was a sole action. But even the one back in November was a international effort. We'll see what that does to help keep the gas prices from spiking during this current crisis. So yesterday, Johnny and I talked, and we made the decision that he would do Taekwondo tonight instead of last night so that he could study for the calculus test he has today and catch up on his sleep. I think that was a good, choice. But that meant I didn't get out to Harris Teeter last night like I expected to, and that's why we didn't have cream this morning. And I'm just going to stop here for a minute, and then on the way through town, I'm stopping at Harris Teeter to get cream. Not having cream in the house is kind of an emergency. I put Ruby next to the Harley, far enough away from the store, but not super far away. That's the first time I've gone into this Harris Teeter grocery store and they haven't had the tall containers of the heavy whipping cream organic stuff. They did have some whipping cream, so I bought 2 small containers, but it wasn't what I wanted. And the guy said the last 3 trucks have failed to send any, so they just don't have any. But it's ordered again for tomorrow if I wanted to stop back. And I'm like, honest to God, I have better things to do with my life than run back to stores looking for items they're out of. I know, first world problems. But I got enough until the weekend, and maybe when Don and I are out over the weekend, I'll run back in and And look, I don't know. Walmart was been out for forever, and Harris Teeter has been having a very satisfactory supply. And now they're out too. I've got my groceries away. Dawn is hung up working for a minute, and I gotta finish today's video, and Stripey Boy is inside for a few minutes. Meow. Hi. Hello. Hello. I moved the chair and it scared him. It made a noise on the floor. I know you're a little jealous. Don't be jealous. You sleep with your head on my pillow. There's no room for jealousy. I've got to leave in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes for the dentist, and Don is stuck on the phone. He's not going to make our walk this morning. We'll try to go after I get back from downtown. I'm working on Joker Manor for a few minutes. I've already replaced the green on the left. Now I'm doing it on the right. It's supposed to be, you know, red all the way across. And I'm going to continue on with wherever I am. I'm about page 76, step 112 out of 600 and something. It looks, there is a third row, but it looks like it goes over to, starts building this side. I did order these column bricks down here at the bottom for up here. I don't want to get too ahead, but if it's going to move to the other side, there's a lot to do before it's going to matter. And I do have more of these as placeholders. I'm actually on step 120, and I'm ready to do these lime green down here in the front. I wonder why it doesn't have me do both at the same time. I highly suspect both sides are similar. Yes. What is it, honey? What is it? What is it, sweet girl? She goes, I just want to help. This is my green bin, and is it perfectly sorted? No, but are almost all of the lime green bricks that I have in this bin? Yes. And I'll be able to find what I need without much frustration. I didn't get super far, but you can see that I did start the base over here on this side, and with a little luck, I'll have a few more minutes to work on it later. Stripe. Tux. I saw Marty up the hill. Oh, there's Marty. All right, you stay down here. Hopefully Morris came to eat for a minute too. I've been having to referee boys this morning. I'll tell you more in a minute. So I've started listening to Bobby Acart's series about the Yellowstone. It's end of the world based on a super volcanic eruption, a caldera, and it's called Hellfire. Is book 1, and I think there's 3, maybe 4 books in this series. Unfortunately, this time there wasn't a box set. It was a little easier to go through the last one, where it just went from one book right into the next book and kept on going. But I am enjoying it so far. Quite a good bit, actually. They just said that the chances of a super volcanic eruption are 5 times more likely than us being hit by a 1 mile wide asteroid. I know the author said that at the end of the book there's going to be some scientific papers that he, you know, used as reference material, charts and things for writing this book. And he does, from what I've seen, put an extensive amount of research into the things he writes about to try to get them to be as authentic and realistic as possible. So this is pretty interesting. I've read solar flares, EMP, man-made EMP, solar minimums, where it gets cold, like a ice age. I've read nuclear stuff. I've read all kinds of end of the world, but I haven't done the volcano before, so this is quite interesting again. You can see the book cover. I am not happy. I have to come back for a filling between 2 of my teeth on the left, lower left. I'm not accustomed to having cavities and needing fillings in my lifetime, and I can't imagine what has changed and why. There's a couple little tiny dots up here she wants to do, which are technically also fillings, but not, I mean, they're so minor, she said I wouldn't even need to be numbed for them. But this one is a little not as minor. I'm like, how did that happen? It's not like I haven't been brushing. I'm very upset. I guess I'll get over it and just be like everyone else. I won't have long at Guardian Angel, but I do have time to go. It's about 10 minutes away from my current location, the Apex store. I've got until 1:45. Just a little over a half an hour, so not much time, but better than no time. Sadly, I don't see any Legos, and I got a squeaky cart today. It's driving me nuts. The wreath with the butterflies is pretty, but they did the floor last night, and I noticed when they put the rack back, all the Vera Bradleys on this side now instead of the other side, and no new bags. Nah, I don't think I want Dawn to look like a fish. I found myself a shirt, an Ariel shirt. Alright, I got in and out like I was supposed to. Ruby shows I'll get downtown at 2:15, and it's a gorgeous day. 72 degrees now, so Johnny won't mind sitting out there for just a few minutes with his friends. I was in and out really quick, so I didn't film a lot. Well, for starters, there wasn't a lot to film today, and then also, you know, I was moving pretty quick. I sent Michelle some pictures. She had warned me she had a couple of appointments today and might not be as close to the phone as usual. If she decides she wants one of the jewelry pieces, one of us will make an effort to get back over here. But I felt like today it was most likely a nah, so I didn't go ahead and pick up. We'll be meeting in Fuquay. We've got it on the calendar for Friday of this week. Well, you guys can't tell, but there's a red Model X behind me. Probably can't see it in the side mirror either. Oh well, maybe on the dash cam, Ruby's dash cam here in a bit. Well, Johnny and I are definitely getting some sunshine through the front windshield this afternoon. We put up the usual shade, the little cling shade that we've used the past couple of summers in a row. I'm quite comfortable after doing that. Hey Marty, do you want your tummy rubbed? Hey sweet boy. Hey. You like your tummy rubbed? A good boy. He doesn't swat anymore, hardly ever. Hey Donnie, hey, you look like you're dressed for summer. We have been watching BattleBots. We're caught up.
Yep, we are.
It takes us a couple days sometimes, but we're caught up.
Well, there's a new episode on Thursday nights.
Yep, and then a YouTube episode on Sunday.
That's right.
It's Discovery Channel, right?
Yes, I think that's
yeah,
right.
We guess we get that with YouTube TV.
So what happened?
Well, so that it may help others. I'll admit that I blocked traffic today because I was afraid to move my car. A tour bus came on campus in front of me this afternoon and pulled over to wait for students to load up. Used to be they would make them go to the football field entrance where there's a big gate down there and wide open parking lot. But oh no, he had to come on campus and during dismissal time. But I couldn't see the front right corner, and I was afraid. My wheels were like 3 inches from the curb and I couldn't tell where the front fender was. There's people coming, so we'll continue in a second. You can be in suspense.
When she's worked up, she walks way faster. She went around those people. I had to hustle to catch up with her.
Oh, well, anyway, I felt trapped. I was claustrophobic. I couldn't move the car. I was afraid about my wheels. I was panicked about it.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's allowed them curved wheels.
The tour bus guy was very adamant I could go around and he wasn't moving. And finally I asked a student that was walking in my direction to go look at the front right fender to tell me for sure there was enough space. And he said yes, and he walked backwards and made sure I stayed even in the bus and got me through there. But I just couldn't move. It was horrible. So the reason why I decided to tell you about it, I'm having a rough afternoon between the cavity and embarrassing myself in front of about 30 or 40 college students.
Yeah.
I'm not having the best afternoon ever. And I apologize in advance to anybody that had to wait behind me, because I'm sure they were wondering what was wrong with me. But
Nothing wrong with my furry girl.
It was claustrophobic. I have trouble. On a good day, I have trouble over there where it's narrow.
Yeah.
And today was a bad day, so I really had trouble. But I didn't mean to back up. There were like 15, 20 cars behind me. They were shouting things, you know, and just be kind to people, because you never know what's going on with them. It looks like I was just being ornery or causing them problems, and I was really scared.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Elon, I need a camera.
Yeah.
This is your
side
fault.
pillar. That's right. Side pillars.
I could have seen it on camera. It had been okay.
That's right.
Girls softball on this field. I don't think they're on the other field, but they're definitely practicing on the near field right now. So I was reading the headlines, and we now have a Ford Model E, lowercase e, and a Ford Blue.
Right.
Blue being internal combustion and E being obviously EVs.
Yeah.
Software and connectivity they were quick to add, because we all know how far ahead of the game they are on that. Not. So my first thought was, well, they're having a dealer problem already. Yeah. What does this do to fix that? Because I don't think it does.
Right. I think it's actually the first step to basically sell things over the internet and cut the dealer out, because everybody knows the dealer model just adds costs. Middlemen never help. They always add costs.
Right. Well, they're definitely marking up prices on the Mach-E in certain places in some cases.
Well,
so
think about it. If Ford splits into two, and the Ford that made the dealership deal is the Ford Blue, then that's what the dealers get to sell Ford Blue cars. Right. But they don't get to sell the Ford E cars. And then, of course, the thing is, it won't be long, 2040, there'll be no more ICE cars sold, and therefore there will be no need for dealers. And so they'll basically be able to have the dealers by the short hairs and say, hey, we're going to sell the cars, you're going to turn it into service centers. Have a nice life.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty complicated. I know IBM over the years when Don and I worked for them did a lot of restructuring. Yeah. And I never seen it work out too good for them. Never seemed to work well, but that's just me, because you end up with two different umbrellas of management, and on paper you're interdependent per this article, but you got to listen to what your manager says. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'll be interested to hear what Stephen, Mark, Ryan, and Rob Maurer have to say about it. But, and certainly in the short term, I think it means some growing pains. And please tell me how it's the right move for Ford to put investment in their iconic Bronco F-Series and Mustang models. I don't know. That would be worrisome to me. I'm worried he's trapped.
Well, of course he's trapped. Probably gonna bite me.
No, don't get bit. Maybe he can move? I think he's trapped. Oh, you're my hero, Donnie. You're my hero. Come on, bud. That wire is really... Come on. Now he's trying to come. Donnie! No, you can't. Not from the front. You can't do that. Need your pocket knife. Oh, we got you.
You get me?
Well, you're just going to have to leave him be. He wants you now. You pissed him off too bad. There's no helping him.
Hang on, sweetie. Can we just do it another minute?
Okay. I'm not going to look. I'm just going to let you handle it. Me talking to you is not helping.
Well, he's caught. That's what it is.
Right. It's around him. It's pretty tight. Man in their netting. I mean, it would be easy to fix him if it was, if you had your knife.
Well, that's not true.
Is it enough now where he can figure it out?
I think so.
Well, he'll be loose at least.
Yeah, he'll be loose.
It may still be around him, but he'll be loose.
Amazing. Like you said, I don't.
Take off your, I don't know, sock, shirt? You want my sock? What do you want me to do? Besides stop filming?
No, keep filming. I mean, yeah, you're probably going to have to help me here. Alright. Once you come
Uh-huh.
and hold this end of the stick.
He's traumatized, but he's free.
Yeah. We got it all off
I
of him.
don't think he's injured.
Not in, I think it won't kill him. I mean, he broke
He's
the skin.
stunned a little bit.
But,
Well, he was just going to die there in the netting.
yeah, he was going to get out.
And he's a harmless snake. I think that's a black racer. I don't think that's a rat snake. I don't see any cream on his belly.
Yeah.
Okay, a little excitement. Obviously, if that had been a copperhead, we would have had to have left him alone, but...
Yeah, well, we worked him and he came out mostly, but he just wouldn't fight. That was sticking that stick through the hole with him and been pulling forward so that it enlarged that little hole, and that his head just went right through there then.
Yeah, too bad. Well, I don't know if you'd had your pocket knife if it would have really helped, but...
Yeah.
You sure he didn't get you that one time?
Get me? Ain't no snake gonna bite me.
Okay.
Didn't get me, honest.
Okay, it was close.
Well, yeah, I didn't say it wasn't close. If you're trying
Well,
to
I hope
think,
he moves off the road pretty quick.
Well, he'll be gone.
Once we leave him be.
He's a little like,
Dazed.
holy crap.
Right.
He's waiting for it to be quiet. Kidding, you know, you'll never read in the New York Times, woman fooling with snake got bit.
Okay,
But
then,
you read all the time about guy was messing with a snake and he got bit.
yeah, but most of those guys are trying to kill
Yeah, do
snakes that they could have just walked away from, that wouldn't have hung around their house because they're scared. Yeah, I've seen many a person make mistakes along those lines. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you've upped your game now, the things you're capable of doing for your girl.
Well, I tell you, that time we went back to get that box, to get that big old snapper out.
Yeah.
I was just assuming, I'm glad that guy was gone.
I just dropped Johnny off at Taekwondo. I really wish parents would drop and go. It's the same suspects each week. There's a pretty red Model Y here at Walmart. Got a paper plate on it. It's brand new, baby. I hope you've got an appetite.
I think I can handle it. Whoa. Wow.
It's a porterhouse steak buried underneath there.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Make sure to eat your greens.
Oh, yeah.